Board of Trustees meeting to order Monday, June 15th. Due to the state of emergency related to COVID-19, the village will have limited seating at the board meeting. In addition to the board meeting being available on cable channel 980, you are also able to dial in and listen or speak through the phone. If you would like to call in, please dial 920-322-6120 between 5:45 and 5:55 on the day of the meeting. Roll call of officers. Here. Here. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Seeing no citizens, we'll move down to announcements. Anybody have any announcements?
I will just announce that we will be switching the July 6th board meeting to the 29th, as long as it works for all board members.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye on the agenda. If it's really light and they just cancel altogether, I'll talk to President Streeter about that.
Okay.
We'll see. I expect we might have some more operators licenses that need to be taken care of before July 1st, that will come in for the next couple weeks. So years past, we've actually had to have special meetings for that reason.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else? All right. President's business and staff reports. Nick?
Thank you. I put my report, I did an OSG meeting teleconference, via teleconference last week. I've been kind of updating the board on, we're working on, this is 2020 is the negotiating year for the 20-year wastewater agreement. So we've been kind of talking about the main discussion point has been infiltration, influent infiltration of the sewers, of the water into the sewers. There was a means in the old contract for finding groups or districts, so to speak, for too much flow when method exceedance. We're changing that language around, and that's really been a lot of the discussion lately. And most recently, we were responding to the city what they wanted to propose to us for that, and this meeting was in regards to that. So we did have a written response representing the OSG, and we'll deliver that tomorrow actually at the meeting. So I will do that tomorrow. We've got a whole liquor license, cigarette licenses, and all public licenses on the agenda tonight. We've got all published, as we published 3 consecutive days, so that was published last week. Met with the department heads Wednesday about discussing opening this building, update board on that. We've got on the agenda. Also, starting preliminary discussions with all 3 unions that we have here, with regards to the contracts, for the budget preparation, that those contracts are expired at the end of this year, hopefully done. And just that outside of that, there was a large water main break out on the front road, south of Winnebago, on the west side of the highway, underneath the creek, the waterway there, so it took some time to find this weekend. In the process, a lot of rusty water is showing up in our system. We can do some flushing. I guess if residents are listening, if you do have problems running your cold water, that it can get out of your system. If you have white laundry that gets the extra product, that we can get residents for free if they need it. But that should get fixed tomorrow. It's been a long process with that, right where a bridge is located. So, other than that, I think the rest of it, I'll just update.
Mike?
Just a couple of quick questions. That you talked about the OSB. Is there any talk about capacity that we purchased? Is there any room for that? I mean, if we close to maybe entertain having all that capacity?
Right, so the large extraterritorial purchase that we made for sewer capacity at the plant has always kind of been in the back of our minds here. If anybody's looking for additional capacity in the plant, there's 2 different things we always talk about. There's plant capacity and there's
So Nick, talking about the capacity thing, so is that paid off in 2023, is that right, or no?
I always get confused, 2023 or 2025. Yes.
Okay. So like when we do pay that off and then say someone down the road wants that capacity, how does that work?
So the way it's written into the contract is it's prorated based on when we purchased it. I mean, they would buy, that capacity is worth whatever we've paid for it, so to speak.
And they would pay the village
Yes.
for what we paid?
Yes.
A portion of it, whatever?
Yep.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah, we're always looking to get rid of some of that because it's,
And as far as like the water infiltration, I mean,
Yep.
is our system pretty tight? I mean, I know we've been working on it for a long time.
So-
Are there some areas that need?
it's leaps and bounds better than it used to be. You know, going back 20 years, I would say 1997 is really when the project started for the Interceptor project, and to kind of spend a lot of money on the sewer system. And it's extremely better than it was then. It's not, I wouldn't say it's, you know, by today's standards, is our system tight, no. But it's a work in progress. We've gotten, you know, the low-hanging fruit, so to speak, has probably been dealt with. There's a number of other things that need to be continued to be worked on. Bestshot Avenue being done this fall is another one of those low-hanging fruits, so to speak. It's a really bad old sewer that we're gonna replace the entire street. As far as those big projects, we don't really have any more of those. Like, you know, we did the Wisconsin, Indiana, Illinois. You remember those over the
yeah.
years, all those projects? Those were huge sewer rehabs of old sewers. Now it's getting more of the you know, manhole rehab, spot fixing things, looking for infiltration from sump pumps, things like that, so.
We've got to have a pretty good system though, in compared to other,
We do, I mean,
Municipalities.
all in all, we've got a pretty good system, yes.
that's
Yep.
good. Good. All righty. And anything from any other department you need to
No,
report on?
no.
Okay. Consent agenda, approve the minutes of the following board meeting from June 1st, 2020, and approve invoices and authorized checks be drawn on respective funds as indicated. General fund, $120,486.38. Library fund, $440.04. EMS fund, $3,138.66. Water department, $12,829.15. Wastewater department, $4,452. Stormwater fund, $5,963.60. Community Development Authority TIF, $16.12. For a grand total of $147,325.95. And also approve the following operator licenses. Michelle Schibeline for Butcher's Block, Nicole Tischer for Charlie's, Nicole Cook for Station Prospect, Amy Carew for Station Prospect, Mary Menard for Station Prospect, Dawn Kabitsky for Butcher's Block, Stephanie Jones for the Restore, Brittany White for Station Prospect, Sarah Greeno for Station Prospect, Jacob Ziegler for Station Prospect. All right, what is the board's pleasure?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as read.
Can I get a second?
I'll second that motion.
Got a motion by Will, second by Price to approve the consent agenda as read. Are there any questions or comments on any of these three items? Mike?
I've talked about this before, but it, Asian working on this, the work steps and
Mhm.
drug screening and physicals and all that. I'm wondering if we could just do some investigative work. Do all municipalities use this kind of thing? Because it seems to be so expensive. I don't know how much benefit there is to it.
Well, I think the benefit is the saving of any liability that you're hiring, and I think that, you know, it's a preventative measure from the village's standpoint, protecting us. If we don't want to hire somebody and find out after that we hire them that they have, you know, a medical issue or anything like that, so.
But even sometimes when the employee gets hurt, away from the village, they come back and we put them to work.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, as long as if they're off, if they have time away from work because of an injury, no matter what that injury, whether it's at work or not at work, it's still you know, they need to get cleared to come back to work.
I guess, I mean, I know you're, if they do it, I mean, that's fine, I just maybe
I think they do, Mike, but I can look into it.
Maybe just email to field municipality, there might be another vehicle out there that maybe is not so expensive.
Okay,
Thank you.
yep.
John?
Nick, on page 6 of the report, it's McClone, I see a lot of workers' comp. Is that a normal, it shouldn't be, normal, I mean, there seems to be a lot of claims. I have not ever seen that many before, but just
I'm just
wondering.
looking, I'm gonna see what you're looking at here.
Page 6.
So that's just our normal workers' comp payment, and what you're seeing there is each one of those is a different account. So we basically have to split that large bill up to all departments. So that's why you see so many line items.
Okay. Then the next one, on page 3, sorry, it would be, I see Dempsey Law Firm.
Yep.
Obviously, we use them for a different thing. Obviously, Davis and Keithall could not provide that service. That's why we went to Dempsey. Is that,
So we use three different
three.
firms. We use a lot of different firms
Okay.
depending, the first one you mentioned. Sorry, Davis and, Dempsey. Dempsey, that one, a lot of that is our OSG.
Okay.
John St. Peter.
Okay.
So if you look at that one, it's paid for by sewer 603, that's actually an OSG expense. So that, we only pay, so the way, if you're not aware, and I'll say it again so that all the board is familiar with that, the village of North Fond du Lac represents, or does all of the bookkeeping and billing for the entire OSG, all 18 districts. At the end of the year, then we send out the bills, we true it up, and we actually do get paid for our services. If we get $500 a year to take care of that. And then, so we pay all the bills all year long. At the end of the year, we send out bills to kind of true it up. So that's what that's for. As far as Davis and Keithall, we use, I mainly use 3 different engineering firms depending on what we're working on.
okay. All right.
I'm engineering, I said engineering, law firms.
Law firms, I think,
Yes.
yes. Thank you.
Say, John? Okay. All right, seeing, oh, go ahead, Mike.
John, is that fee ever looked at? I mean, has it been 500 all along here for the 20 years?
It has, I
I think that's,
think it's fair,
I think it's fair.
yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, seeing no other questions out there. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Administrative, discussion and updates on COVID-19 and village operations. Nick?
All right, not a whole lot of updates here as of we opened the parks. We haven't had any really hiccups there as far as the renting out the pavilions and things like that. That's been open since the last time we discussed. I'm sorry, that is open as of today. The pavilion rentals is open as of today, that people are able to now rent them again. We put the picnic tables back. Mostly, they got a little tied up with the water main break, so they didn't get them all taken care of. We didn't put as many back, or didn't put as many out. As far as the only other updates, I guess, is we are planning on opening, we had a lot of discussion last week about opening up this building. We are planning on opening tomorrow. It may not be at 8 o'clock. So what we're actually gonna do is, I'm gonna have, this sign will be on the door basically saying, if you need to enter this building or have a question, use the intercom on the door. The door will be open but not barred open, so you'll actually have to turn the handle to get in, because we don't have a electronic, we can't unlock it electronically from the desk, and we don't wanna walk out there and provide, open the door for people. So, well, we're still trying to, I don't wanna say discourage people from entering the building, but if they don't need to, they shouldn't be coming in. So that's kind of what this sign is telling them, and if they're just dropping off a payment, use a Dropbox, but basically what we're gonna do is encourage people that have a question or need to come, think they need to come in the building, that use the intercom, talk to our front desk, and we will direct them then whether or not they should be coming in to pay, do whatever they wanted to do. And if they do choose, or we think that they should come in or they wanna come in, we'll just tell them to turn the handle and come in. We expect that there's gonna be other people that maybe don't see the sign and just open the door handle and come in, but at least we're not encouraging people to come in for no reason. So that's what we're gonna try for now, see how it works. We are using the intercom, it's been working very well as far as just people with questions, and we do on occasion, people can't understand what we're talking about, or maybe there's a language barrier, and we just go out and take care of whatever we need to take care of, so. And we also will put this on the door in Spanish, I think, just to make sure everybody can read it, and then, that's pretty much the only update. So the pavilions will be open for rent. The community center, we're still looking at July 6th. The senior center, as far as the senior activities part of it, that's not even on the calendar at this point. Following the CDC's guidelines on gatherings of high-risk people. So that's where we're at right now. As far as everything's been going pretty well. The baseball fields have been utilized, and I think we haven't had any issues. So guess if there's any questions.
I say, it's nice seeing the kids out there playing. I see everybody's socially distancing, and any complaints about the concession stand not being open, I mean.
No, and quite honestly, we reached out, I kind of left that up to the baseball, softball, youth organizations. I just asked them if they intended on doing concessions, and we would try to work through it, and they both said, no, we're not gonna tackle that this year at this point.
Wow. And I did get a call that you're aware of about the pool.
Yep.
You know, because when people saw it filled up, you know, they're just wondering what was up, and had explained to them that that had to be filled after they did the work. And I talked to this one person in particularly about the liability, and he understood. He was like an insurance adjuster, retired insurance adjuster. So he goes, I get it. He goes, I'll let my neighbors and everybody know.
Yep.
So,
It's kind of quieted down. We still get, you know, a few people, and it's mostly Facebook comments, that think it's a bad idea, and maybe it is a bad idea, but at that, we have to make a decision. We made our decision, and I don't regret the decision we made. And like I think I disclosed to you, you had asked me about when that person called, and there's a list online that somebody put together of Wisconsin pools, and at the time, there was 112 pools on there, and 47 said they were closed for the year. At that time, only 12 of them on that whole list, I think, said they were definitely opening. And the rest of them were kind of up in the air to see how it went. So, you know, as you hear of pools opening, I think people, you know, start hearing that and go, why aren't we opening? But I think the actual, if you look at the numbers, probably the majority, more than not, have not opened. So, and I know some of them are on a very limited basis, and it's, you know, we do get those calls too, because we see all this work being done, right? It's getting painted, and it's
Yeah.
you know, the water's in there, the plaster's done. It's probably the best this pool has looked, honestly,
it looks
in
nice.
20
Looks
years.
real nice.
I mean, if you go and look at the actual pool itself too, I mean, that new plaster is really nice. So next year will be a great grand opening for everything new.
Yeah, excellent. All right, thanks. Did you have something, Ann, or?
Yeah, is the sports open?
Yeah, they resumed court late last week. And they're very busy with that because they've got a backlog. I think was it 250 cases they had to hear at some point, or they have that many, not necessarily cases, but outstanding tickets there that they need to hear in some municipalities. So they're very behind, and they're very busy right now, and short-staffed, so.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. Anything else, Ann?
That's
Okay. Any other questions for Nick regarding the COVID updates? All right, seeing none, we'll move down to number 2, discussion and possible action on approving the following licenses for the 2020-2021 license period. Class B fermented malt beverages license, Butcher's Block, Travis Radloff, agent. Class B fermented malt beverages and intoxicating liquor licenses, Charlie's Banquet Hall and Pub for Charles and Robin Baltazar, The Stretch Restaurant LLC, Katie Albs, Rumors Tavern, Karen Beasley and John Beasley. Combination Class A fermented malt beverage and intoxicating liquor licenses, The Butcher's Block, Travis Radloff, agent. Station Prospect, Haymat Dillon, agent. Dolgan Corp. LLC, Dollar General Store number 17883, Aaron Dalton, agent. Restore number 4513, Gene Trackle, agent. Class A intoxicating liquor license, business The Butcher's Block, Travis Radloff, agent. Dance hall licenses, Charlie's Banquet Hall and Pub. Tobacco and cigarette product licenses, Station Prospect, Dollar General Store number 17883, Restore number 4513. Non-intoxicating beverage licenses, The Butcher's Block LLC, Station Prospect, The Stretch Restaurant LLC, Our Store number 4513, Charlie's Banquet Hall and Pub, Rumors Tavern, Dollar General Store number 17883. Mobile home park licenses, owner Lakeshore Terrace Properties LLC, Gaslight Properties LLC, and Green Meadows North Fond du Lac LLC. What is the board's pleasure?
I'll make a motion that we approve the following license as read.
Can I get a second?
I'll second that motion.
Got a motion by Duffy, second by Price, to approve the licenses for 2020 and 2021 license period. Any questions or comments? Mike?
Here's a good question. We go, combination, Class A fermented malt liquor beverage, and we're talking
Mhm.
intoxicating liquor license. Okay, butcher box now.
Yep, so
So on below that, he kind of has one separate, what,
I was gonna explain, I was gonna say something, but I didn't. It's not right, but it's also not wrong. I was gonna mention the Class A intoxicating, as Mike was reading that, this one by itself, Class A, doesn't need to be there.
okay.
He's got, so what happens there is he has a Class A, he can sell, Class A is you can sell it for consumption off premises. Class A combined, he can sell liquor and beer there for consumption off premises, but he does have a license to consume beer on site. That's why he has a Class B malt.
Okay.
So the Class A by itself doesn't need to be on here, although it's not necessarily wrong, that's why I didn't say anything.
Very good.
Yeah,
Just kinda-
All right.
good question.
Any other questions on this item? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. And need a motion to go into closed session, please.
So I make a motion to go into closed session to discuss personnel under Wisconsin State Statute 19.85 subsection A subsection C, considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility. Lakeside Municipal Court staffing.
Can I get a second, please?
I'll second.
Got a motion by Price, second by Will to go into closed session. Can I get a roll call?
Duffy,
Yes.
Streeter.
Yes.
Price.
Yes.
Will.
Yes.
All right, we are in closed session.